ends. Right? So we have, okay. So what's been your favorite one so far? Favorite food that a booth or anything that you visited here so far? What's been your favorite? The whole festival. I like that. Everything. All right. Okay. Great. Well, it is 3:00 and we have Chef Danny Malibu here. Has anyone been to Malibu Burgers in Oakland? Yes. Delicious burgers. And yesterday, just a coinky dinky, I happened to be there yesterday. And I got the Malibu burger. And I believe he's making that today. And I got the Reese's Peanut Butter Shake.
Reese's Peanut Butter Shake, yep.
If y'all don't know, you need to know. Because it was delicious. Okay. So that's just a little bit of right after. Cross that bridge. Okay, so let's welcome Danny Malibu, a New York native whose love for food and entrepreneurship led him all the way right here to the Bay Area. After moving to California in 2008 to study business at Menlo College, Danny began his vegan journey in 2012, driven by his passion for animal rights. That's the right way to go vegan. In 2019, seeing a need for more plant-based comfort food, and we all like a little comfort food, right? Okay. Options. He founded Malibu's Burger, now a beloved Bay Area favorite. His recipes are inspired by the soulful home-cooked meals of the foundational Black American and Puerto Rican grandmothers. And his mother, affectionately known as Chef Lulu, founder of Casa Boricua. Kenya.
Yeah.
Man, now, believe it or not, I'm actually studying Spanish on Duolingo. I took Spanish all through high school and in college, and I'm still botching it up. Okay. It is. And I'm getting confused with my Italian. So please give a warm welcome to Chef Danny Malibu, who is going to be making the Malibu Burger.
Well, how's it going, everyone? I'm Danny Malibu. Today we'll be making my signature burger, the Malibu Burger. It's the first burger that I made. I started Malibu's in 2019. I was in LA. I was stopping at Monty's Good Burger, and I waited in line about 30 minutes. And after I finally got up there, I asked the cashier, I said, hey, when you guys coming up to Oakland? And he said, don't worry, we're working on it. So from Koreatown to about South Central, which was, my buddy wanted to stop at a taco shop in South Central, which is about 20 minutes, I came up with the concept of Malibu's Burgers because I wasn't really impressed with it. And I'm like, man, I make better food at home. About time we got down to San Diego, which was our final destination, I called my wife, well, then girlfriend at the time, and said, hey, I'm gonna start selling vegan burgers on Instagram. And I'm going to quit my job. And she's like, what do you mean you're going to quit your job? She's like, yeah, we're about to move in together. What do you mean you're quitting? I'm like, trust me, it's going to be called Malibu's Burgers, and I'm going to sell it because, are you guys familiar with Vegan Mob at all? He was selling food online, and I would, like, literally every day try to catch him, and he was selling out. So he inspired me to start selling burgers on Instagram. So the whole weekend while I was in San Diego, I talked about it with my friends, and to the point where they're like, all right, just do it, you know. But I had already incorporated the business, filed the EIN, like on vacation, just working. Just came up here, it came back from vacation and just started cooking every day. And one of my best friends to invest in me, he's like, he's not anti-vegan, but he'll say like, oh, I'm gonna go vegan for a week so I can feel better. That's what he does. And he told me in order for you to get my money, you're going to have to make a burger that impressed me. So it's about 2 months of just making burgers. And I want to say during that time, I probably gained like 50 pounds, like literally cooking nonstop. So yes, the Malibu Burger was our first burger, and I will demonstrate it. We're not completely set up, so we'll try to get as many samples out as possible. Yes?
Speak up a little bit more, so people in the back.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you guys hear me now? Yeah, we're good. So yeah, we're not completely set up correctly, but I'll try to get as many burgers out as possible. I'm also filling in for Chef Chu, so please ask me questions because I didn't get a chance to set up any talking points. Yeah, I do work. I'm like an active working boss, so I do give myself shifts. So I just hadn't had a chance to set up any talking points. So I'm open to questions, and we could just keep the conversation going if that's cool with you guys. But yeah, so with us, so yeah, we use the Impossible Patty. I know a lot of people don't like the Impossible Patty. It's weird thing with the Impossible Patty is like, as vegan business owners, we're held to a different standard to like just traditional restaurants. Because I hear a lot, we can make this at home, but you don't go to McDonald's and no one ever says I can make this at home. I mean, my black grandma did. She said we can eat McDonald's at home, but so we do get a lot of flack. I will say, like, at least our customer base, 50% of them are meat eaters. Like we get like a hardcore meat eater customer base because a lot of vegans don't actually like the way Impossible tastes. But then when we introduce like healthier alternatives, then people are like, oh, well, it's not as good as the Impossible. So, for me, I just look at the Impossible like you would ground beef. It's a base. I season it. I've probably had every single Impossible burger that they made, that other companies made, and they all taste a little different. So yeah, we do use Impossible. We do have an option for Beyond, but I think moving forward, we're going to discontinue Beyond and focus more on a house-made patty as we start to take Malibus. We're transitioning currently where we're going to drop burgers from the name and transition more to just diner food and just open up the menu a little more so we can be more competitive with the surrounding areas in our neighborhood. So we start off, we use brioche buns. This is 100% vegan. You want to have a well-buttered pan. By no means is this health food. When I started Malibus, I was 300 pounds. 2.5 years ago, I had weight loss surgery. I was 420 pounds. So, I tell everybody you got to have balance. I was the definition of vegan for the animals. I didn't do it for health. So for me, it was like I was introduced to Saturn's Cafe. That was like the first vegan restaurant I went to. And the waitress told me, this is vegan food. You eat your dessert first. So I took that to the heart. So I'm like, so I definitely, would recommend, eating our food, you got to have a balance like you would any other types of food. A lot of times, which I never try to do, sometimes customers come in and they say, it's vegan, it's healthy. Sugar, carbs is carbs. I don't promote it for health. And I never promoted, I never promoted vegan food. I never went vegan for health. It was strictly for the animals. I saw a video that changed my life. I saw a video that changed my life, and it was a rough watch. It was a lady. She chopped a frog in half. She cooked his lower halves, and she propped them on a plate, and he watched her eat them. And the next day, my mom, Chef Lulu, I don't think she even realized vegan was like a thing. I told her, I said, I don't eat meat or drink milk or anything anymore, and she gave me a hard time, but then eventually she helped out, and I mean years later now she owns two vegan restaurants. But yeah, so I would say we would love if everybody came to our restaurant every day, but if you're thinking about getting into good shape, yes. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Yes, she does. So she has a Casa Borinqueña here in San Francisco, and then she also has a location in Philadelphia. Yeah. So yeah, when I started Malibu's, it was definitely, when I first went vegan, I lived in Marin County, so I would always drive to the East Bay. I'd always drive to the East Bay to get food, and Saturn's, I think by that time I started, Saturn's has closed. A bunch of them started closing, and I just felt there was a need for comfort food. So, Malibu's Burgers, we always say we make your vegan, we make your vegan dreams come true. Like anything you can do, we can make vegan. And that's just like I don't think there's no burger we haven't made. There's no milkshake we haven't made. Like when you come to us, you're coming to us to eat, to indulge. It's not, we're not the salad restaurant. And- yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Lettuce, tomato. Oh, and your onions.
Yes, and yeah, we're really well known for our caramelized onions. Not some people kind of complain about it, but we cook our onions down for about 5 hours, and we just let them sit to the point where it just kind of turns into like a jelly. I learned this actually by mistake. I was home with the flu one time, and my sister was like, "Oh, let me make you something." And I was like, hey, like she put these onions in there. And so like everything that you see here down to our seasoning, just little parts of it comes from different family members. The onions comes from my sister. The mama spread we call it mama spread because it is my mom's sauce. Puerto Rican culture, they have a sauce called mayo ketch, just mayonnaise and ketchup. My mother has her version of it. My brother told me the recipe. I ran with it. So if you guys go to Casa Boriqueña, she does. I told her, so we trademarked the name. She goes, I'm your mom. I don't care. So if you go to her restaurant, you will see the original mama spread. Oh, nice.
What are the restaurants?
My mother's restaurant is Casa Boniqueña, and I'm the owner of Malibu's Burgers. Salud Hall in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, and then we're in Oakland. Yeah. So when I started this, when I came up with this recipe, basically what I wanted to get, one of the things, like our burgers are kind of pricey because we use Follow Your Heart, we use Impossible, we use like the premier top versions of it because we need to get those meat eaters in. If we had to just solely depend on our community, we just wouldn't survive as a business. So I had to get like the very best products because when meat eaters come in, they're already kind of on edge because it's vegan, and especially a lot of men that come in, they believe like veganism's not machismo. I had a guy come in yesterday, and he's like, "Man, I'm a man. I don't eat this." And I said, "I guarantee you, I'll make you a burger for free that'll change your life." And he ate it, and I looked at him and said, "The toughest thing you could do is not kill an animal." And he's, for him, he just couldn't wrap his mind around that. So, our burgers are priced a little expensive, but it's because we do use premium ingredients. For me, quality is everything. Like all businesses, we fluctuate and we go down. We have our highs and ups and lows. But one thing that I focus on is just quality. If you come to us, it's going to be a good burger. And if it's not good, you can email me personally, and I'll make sure I will personally go in and make you a burger. So we do use Follow Your Heart. I think Follow Your Heart's the best cheese brand out. It tastes good. It is really expensive, but we use Follow Your Heart. We use brioche buns. We get them. They are vegan as well. Follow Your Heart sauce as well. Like we use their mayo as a base. So what we do, if I was on my griddle, I would char the burger a little more because what makes it impossible, yes. And what I realized what really makes it good is having like that char flavor, and you want to keep it. You want to lay some oil down, and you want this. So if it looks a little burnt, it's fine. That's what gives it a flavor. And the texture, yes. So, like I told my mom when she first transitioned her restaurant to vegan, I told her just cook the plant-based products the same. What we're really tasting is the seasoning. It's not really the meat itself, because if we like meat, we just grab a bird out the sky and just start eating it. We like what it's topped with. So, if it's not broken, don't fix it. We fry our plant-based chicken the same way. We cook it the same way we would, a burger. So, yes. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And I wrote to the CEO, and he said that's the only vessel that we can do there that's not to be oil and much because of all the oil and that.
Yeah, because since it is a plant-based burger, so it doesn't have natural, like if you're taking ground beef, you can just throw ground beef directly to a hot pan, and then the oil will secrete. It has natural fats. So yeah, we do, we get a lot of kickback from people who are just kind of upset about the oil. But like I said, when you eat a burger, you're really not eating a burger for health reasons. It is a burger. So, for us, yeah, so the little white specks you see in it, those are coconut specks. But we noticed that it doesn't, even with that, we still have to kind of add oil to it. So we add like a butter mixture to kind of rich it up a little bit. So normally I'm an open book when it comes to that. Normally we'd put a top on it and melt the cheese. But yes, this is our caramelized onions. And for us, presentation is everything. I always tell my staff, make a burger that if someone takes a picture of it, it looks good. Because most people eat with their eyes. And I will say, the success of Malibu's burgers has come from people looking at it and saying, oh, this looks good. So I have, if you ever come to our restaurant, your burger doesn't look good, you can let us know. We'll remake the burger free of charge. So when I was coming up with it, I wanted to come up with a visually striking burger. So instead of using shredded lettuce, we found leafy lettuce. So it's just, I always tell my staff there's a front and a back of the burger. So this would be the front of the burger. This is the part of the burger that you guys would see that's presented to you, because this doesn't look as appealing as this. So there's always two sides of it. So you have a front and a back. Yeah. So we do have. I can't tell you our seasoning unless I will say there's garlic in it. And so if you do have a garlic allergy, it's not for you. Yes. I do. Yeah. I do a lettuce wrap. Yes, we do a lettuce wrap, and we also have gluten-free options as well. So yes.
And what do you take from Impossible? You take the base? I've never seen.
Oh yeah.
It's like meat.
Yeah. So it's just the ground beef. We get it in a brick. So they come in bricks, frozen bricks. We let it thaw and then we roll it. If we roll it ourselves because then we can use portion control. So basically, we're paying. Impossible finally gave us a deal, but at one point we were paying probably close to $2 an ounce for this, which we were barely we were basically right there. So we have to break it down and make it. Yes.
But there's so many. I think there was many articles. One of the articles said, here are 20 reasons not to eat Impossible because there are, things to improve.
Yeah.
Whatever they're using, the bleeding effect, they say it's carcinogenic or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you're getting this mix, why don't you just mix up something to make it healthier?
That's what it's saying. Yeah, that's not.
Maybe I was late or something.
Yeah.
So it doesn't taste the same way.
It doesn't taste the same. Yeah. Earlier I was letting everyone know we're not we're not a health food store. We are a burger joint. So unfortunately, because people think vegan, they associate vegan with skinny, hippie-looking people. They.
Do you realize that about 25% of population anywhere is going towards veganism? So you will get.
Yeah, but
They're not spending enough money. If all this business relies on vegan,
Right.
then
I just suggested maybe to offer another option.
But yeah. So when you say other option, what do you mean by other option? Like a meat.
I would love to get something from you, but I'm against the Impossible.
This is our ground beef. This is this is what we're known for. We have used it, but as someone has been in this business since 2019 and been a supporter of all the businesses that have come and gone, the reality is when we make a veggie burger, they don't sell. And even more that, we don't, right now, all the vegan businesses around us that I'm personally friends with, we're not really doing well, So for me to go ahead and take a risk and then start making bean burgers, it's just most likely gonna sit. Because even at our height, I would say like our first month when we opened, we did $125,000 in sales. Was unheard of. Even at that height, when we were like, hey, we're gonna offer a clean alternative veggie burger, people just don't want it, because yeah. Exactly. People don't come to us for health food. They come to us. It's like when you go to McDonald's, you don't go to McDonald's for health. You go to McDonald's because you want a burger. So we are a classic burger joint, but because we're vegan, we're held to a different standard than, say, Lovely's that's around the corner from us, or the Melt. They.
But remember, like about 5 years ago in Costco, we used to have so many options of vegan patties.
Uh-huh.
Everything is gone since Impossible is promoted by Bill Gates. So
Well, I think that Impossible is the best alternative. It tastes better, and that's what it comes down to. Ultimately, people want what tastes good. Impossible tastes good.
Impossible, like, I think impossible is the way that it should be. And
Yeah.
again, it's not like for every meal. It's like for you know what I mean? So
where are you located?
Uh,
Only one?
Yeah, one location. We did acquire a food truck, so we will be hitting the road soon.
So your mother has 2 restaurants in
My mother does. No, one in San Francisco, one in Philadelphia. If you want to,
what's the neighborhood in Philly?
Kensington, the Kensington neighborhood.
It's a South Hall Market with an IQ. Oh, Paso Morgan.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I got some samples here if you guys want to start.
Corinquena.
Do you want to pass out some samples?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Excited. I want to try it. Yeah.
And we recently, since SNAP benefits will be running out, yeah, we're actually giving out, if you present the SNAP card, actually starting today, you get a free meal. So, yeah. As we, yeah. To date, we have fed over 2,000 houseless in Oakland. Every year we do a food giveaway, and I also have just like my staff's informed that if someone comes in, because sometimes people do come in, they look at the price and they go, whoa, like after they order. My staff, like everybody gets to eat when they come to Malibu's, so we will not turn you down. If you even remotely look like you can afford it, or you're like, hey, never mind, my staff's instructed to give them the food. That's part of it. I think that sometimes with veganism, we kind of get lost in politics of it and cliquey, but ultimately it's about being, humane and being caring and kinding. And for me in my culture, feeding was a way of love. Food is love. My grandmother, she was known for taking in all the trouble. So it was like every time I would come over her house, the worst of the worst was in the house, and they would get clean there. So for me, it was always important to give back. So if you guys are showing up, your support directly allows and helps us to be able to give more food, especially this week while we are giving the giveaway. So keep that in mind. Your support is definitely going to go a long way. So.
Chef, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What can we do as vegans to help vegan businesses? Besides
To be honest with you, I don't think it's the community, and it's weird because sometimes I feel like I have like a love-hate relationship with the community, because it's the community that gave me everything. But then when I come in, I'm like, oh my God, it's so slow. Where is everybody? And then when I see people I know and they're at like Hyphy Burger or Burger King getting the vegan burger, it to me it's like, oh, that. So I don't necessarily know if it's the community. I do know that a lot of non-vegan businesses are poaching on our customer base, and we already pull from such a small pool. But I could say, like, what would be helpful is when you are with your non-vegan friends, and if they're like, hey, they have a vegan option, say, no, just come to the vegan restaurant. Like, have your parties at our place, you know. Because we had a Oakland vegan trail, and so many of us are gone, you know. Like, when Solely Vegan closed, like, the first time, that broke my heart, because that shouldn't have happened, you know. So, you know, I try not to put the blame on...
No, but it's true. Like, if you're giving your, like, if you can't rely on the vegans to put the money into vegan businesses, and they're spending that dollar somewhere else, it's not coming and supporting the same business.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, being transparent, I'm a business owner, you know, and when numbers are down, like, the conversation has been had amongst our circle, like, what do we do? Do we go vegetarian? Do we start selling meat? How do we, you know, and then, you know, when we start talking and reaching out to everyone, like, how do you now tell your vegan base, oh, hey, here's this humanely raised grass-fed cow, you know, so it is hard, but, you know, just this week the conversation was had, like, what do we do to turn business around? You know, one of the things we did is we are looking to add a bar into the location, get a full liquor license, and we're hoping, like, that would change things around a little bit. But it's definitely hard, and Malibu's is we sell the food we do because without meat eaters, we would not be able to survive. You know, we have to make a burger that's reminiscent of the real thing because we need that business, you know. So I would say, as vegans, what you can do is, instead of going to the place that has the vegan option, convince your meat eater friends to come to us, because I know if we can get you in the door, I'll have you as a customer, you know.
So is your alcohol vegan too, or?
Well, we're still applying for it, but generally, like, yeah, some of the wines and everything we're looking at, everything will still remain 100% vegan. Yeah, so I don't know have anyone been to Tallboy in Oakland? Have you guys been to Tallboy at all? So it's a vegan bar on Telegraph. Yeah, so they sell vegan hot dogs. Yeah. Yes, yeah, she's open. Tamara's back. I call her the queen. She's the queen.